An important thing to remember about science is that we're not trying to prove things right or wrong. We're trying to gain a little bit more of an idea about what happens and why things happen. So we're more interested in that sort of an idea. So when we set up our experiment, we often are asked to make a prediction. In science terms, that's a hypothesis. But in science terms, a hypothesis also has a special meaning. Right? And basically it talks about how your independent and dependent variable are linked, or if they are linked at all, and how you think they are linked. But we're just going to call it prediction at this time. So we're still going to think about our research question. Remember our research question linked our independent and dependent variables together? So why not continue in that vein? And why not try to talk about the links that exist between these two things and how we could try to explain what we think is going to happen. All right? So the obvious thing we can do is to think about what we've learned in class. Normally in a class, before you do an activity, you will do some what we call front loading. In other words, you'll be given some information that will help you understand a little bit more about the activity you're doing and the variables that are involved. So that would be a good place to look to start with. So in your workbook, or if you keep your notes on a computer, then look at your own notes. And now the other thing, of course, we could do is to research it. And it's believe it or not, it's highly likely that someone's actually done the same experiment we do in a science lab, because we're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but we are trying to see if it is okay to make predictions or make valid hypotheses, predictions and conclusions based upon what we think we found out. So when you make a prediction, as with all things, you should tell me why you made it. That should be common practice with you in any sort of thing you do. You should tell me why you think this, right? And then you should give, if you are really, really trying to get on top of this, then you think about what you've learned and what you've researched, and then use it as evidence. Find some evidence there that supports what you think. Now, the more scientific that evidence, the better we are. So you're trying to make a claim about something, about what you think is going to happen. Does it matter if it's right or wrong? No. It does matter, though, that you give some really, really good, solid reasons for making your claim. Let's keep working on this and we'll delve a bit more into some other aspects.